YouTube, Niner Empire, a reunion in San Francisco. Colton McKivitz is not the only news for the 49ers today, as he agreed to the contract extension with the 49ers earlier this morning. The 49ers are officially signing free agent wide receiver Kendrick Bourne to a one-year deal. It's a total value of $5 million for this 1 year. It's got incentives within the deal that can reach a total value of $5 million. But Kendrick Bourne returns to the 49ers, where his career began in 2017. He signed with the Niners in 2017, Kyle Shanahan's first year as a head coach, as an undrafted free agent. He was with us for 3-4 seasons. He left in 2020, signed with the New England Patriots, has been there, ever since. The Patriots just a few weeks ago released Kendrick Bourne, and that then left Kendrick Bourne deciding between two teams who he would sign with next. Obviously, first team being the San Francisco 49ers. He was also looking at the Washington Commanders as another potential destination. So he ultimately lands with the 49ers. Again, it's a one-year deal with a max value of $5 million. This is a very, very good depth signing for the 49ers. Kendrick Bourne clearly can still play football. And I think this move looks a lot better than what it would have looked like on Friday, because Jauan Jennings is hurt. He's got a shoulder injury that he suffered in yesterday's game. No idea what the severity is. He has not yet had an MRI on the injury. However, the 49ers are already pretty decimated at wide receiver as is, so knowing that Jauan Jennings now has a shoulder injury, it was pretty crucial for them to bring in another guy. And Kyle Shanahan said in the press conference last night following the Seahawks win that they were still pushing to sign Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne did mention just on Thursday or Friday of last week that he was going to take the weekend to kind of weigh his options between the Commanders and the 49ers and then decide following the weekend. So here we are Monday afternoon, and Kendrick Bourne reaches an agreement with the 49ers on a one-year deal. So again, I like the move. It's going to give the 49ers a good depth piece moving forward. Obviously, when Brandon Ayuk comes back at some point, my guess is week 5, week 6, maybe week 7. Kendrick Bourne's role will obviously then, what's the word? His role is going to, decrease when Brandon Ayuk comes back. His role is going to decrease when Jauan Jennings comes back. But depending on the severity of Jennings' injury, Kendrick Bourne's going to have a pretty decent role within this 49ers offense. So, again, I like the move. He obviously gives depth alongside Russell Gage and Marquez Valdes-Scantling. I think Kendrick Bourne is better than both Russell Gage and MVS. That's just me. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we'll see how he plays. But, yeah, that'll leave the 49ers wide receiver group going into week 2. Healthy wide receiver group going into week 2. Kendrick Bourne, Ricky Pearsall, Russell Gage, Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Obviously, the hope is that Jauan Jennings will be able to suit up and play, but again, we don't know the severity of that. He's getting an MRI today alongside George Kittle, who has the hamstring injury. So we'll see what happens, but I'm glad that the 49ers were able to work something out with KB. I mean, obviously, I think, I don't know. I had a sense that he would eventually pick the 49ers. I think Jauan Jennings going down probably helped the 49ers' chances, given that Kendrick Bourne now probably understands that he's going to have a much larger role within the 49ers offense than he would in Washington. I mean, with Washington, you got to think they've got Deebo Samuel Terry McLaurin. They also have a third option, and I can't think of his name. But they've got 3 options in Washington. Here with San Francisco, depending on Juwan Jennings' injury, he could potentially be the number 2 option behind Ricky Pearsall. And knowing that George Kittle likely will miss extended time, he's going to have a much bigger role than probably what he would have had he went with the Washington Commanders. So, good news for the 49ers. They have a decent depth piece at wide receiver. We'll see what Kendrick Bourne can do. I think, obviously all signs point to him, without a doubt, playing week 2 against the New Orleans Saints. Kendrick Bourne is familiar with this system. He knows this system. And, yeah, I mean, again, it's to me, it was a no-brainer move for Kendrick Bourne to reunite with Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers and this offense. So, we will see what happens. Obviously, let me know your guys' thoughts on Kendrick Bourne signing this deal with the 49ers. Again, it's a 1-year deal worth up to $5 million. Let me know your thoughts. As always, go Niners. I'll see you guys in the next one.